Yes?
What was each of your favourite years before that?
Ooh, I had this question yesterday and I answered with 3 for different reasons. One was Mila from Freedom Planet, only because it was my first console game, it was what took me over to the States, it was the beginning of my professional career in voiceover. Then I also say Alicia from Battle Right, because that was my first professional job, it wasn't an indie game. And then the third one was, I have to say, Brimstone Brawlers, which we did earlier, only because I can't say that, I just realised, but I just thought, I was like, no, you can't say that, just because it looks absolutely incredible and I think that it can break down the barriers of the Australian gaming industry. I think it has such incredible potential, so I want to see where that goes. So I think, so what do you reckon?
Mine are a little different. One I'm actually not sure actually made the cut, which was for a film called Dino King. It was a Korean animation, and usually you also find, I like to tell this story because sometimes you'll find when it comes to the final cut, things can change. And you may get cut for a variety of reasons. It may be that the voice isn't working or just they've decided to get a name on board. That kind of thing can happen. So I really enjoyed voicing one of the characters on there. It's called Ditto. I got to play a dinosaur. Like, who doesn't love that? And the other one would actually be Reddit Rabbit from Finding Alice, which was one of the little kind of panels up there, which is a modern retelling of Alice in Wonderland utilizing the internet as Wonderland. And it was actually designed to kind of teach people about cyberbullying and how it actually affects everyone and our need of social media and the internet is kind of ruining our connection with people. And Reddit Rabbit is this kind of hopped up version of the rabbit, just going, whoa! He's too caffeinated and obsessed with social media and everything is just taking selfies left, right and centre and has no concept of privacy.
That's so cool, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Downloading stuff. Okay, any other questions?
Oh, yeah.
So, how long have you had to study to achieve like where you guys are right now?
It's a bit of a tough one. As I said, I've been at it for about a decade. I started in doing musical theatre in high school, and then when I left is when I really kicked it off. I started in theatre, moved to film, and then when I moved to Sydney, I was like, I do want to give voiceover a go. I'd already done classical singing for 3 years. A lot of the time, people don't really know how to get a foot in the door, and I think that's what a lot of actors struggle with. And if you did come to Aimee's panel yesterday, it is really just a matter of just going forward and doing it. You will find that your path you may do the home studio run, you may end up going as an actor for 5 years and then end up landing a voice agent. You may end up doing musical theatre or anything like that. It is just, it's very hard to say what the path is. As long as you understand proper microphone technique, if you want to do voice acting specifically, not voice over, which is more in the commercial and corporate realm, if you want to do voice acting, you really need to understand how to elicit emotional believability. There are so many acting schools about in Sydney that you can just try as many as you can, audit them, and you will sooner or later find out what works for you. It's literally different strokes for different folks. There is no one path to getting this done.
Yeah, so I think every actor is going to say something very, very different. I fell into it kind of. It was just, I did a bit of community musical theatre, I typed in Google different types of acting, and then I came across voice acting, and then I found a website online, started doing some little fan projects, and then after a couple of years, I started getting a little bit of payment from it, and then I started actually seeing it as a business and went part-time. But in terms of actual study, look, it's bad to say, but I personally didn't do a lot. I mean, I did drama in high school, then I did the musical theatre thing, and then I just thought, I haven't found something that quite fits me, and then voiceover kind of did. Since getting started with that whole part-time mindset, like just that professional mindset, and it's all up here, I always say that. I did do a class with Brittany Lauder, it's called Anime ABC, so I did that remotely. I do a lot of classes remotely, not in person, because I find obviously the Australian video game scene is still quite small and it's not being embraced by a lot of larger agencies and things, and there's not a lot of classes that you can go to specifically catered to the character work. And personally, I would rather have that remote experience with some cater studios, with Brittany Lauder, people who are actually doing this work day in and day out, because I want to be learning from the best, and it's really expensive as well. So I'm just going to say really research where you do it. Do you need to study? Look, I fell into it, but in order to go professional, yeah, there's a lot you need to learn about it, but I don't think that it's bad to just have a play. So if you weren't here yesterday, all the websites that I had for stage 1, if you weren't here, voice acting club, casting call club, you do not need to have studied to be on those sites. You need to have a play to figure out if this is what you want to do, so do not go out and spend $1,000 on classes. I would not recommend that.
True. There are a few teachers that work online. I would say Shelley Chenoy, Crispin Freeman actually does online classes. They are a little bit exy because they are all in US dollars, but they are really, really worth it. And if you find yourself like going to the States and you find yourself in Los Angeles, a lot of these voice actors like Richard Horvitz, Crispin, they all teach in some capacity because they've got to make bank as well. And they've got to live. So they are willing to offer their time for you.
Yeah, and do them remotely, so you don't even need to go over there as well. But yeah, learn from the best, learn from the people who are doing this every day. I was going to do next slide. I'm like, no,
There is no
any
next
questions?
slide. No, look,
Are you going to do this next year to Smash?
if they let us.
Look, I would love to. Look, I don't want to plug it too much, but Smash just released a survey yesterday on Twitter and Facebook and everything. So if you did like these panels, whether it was the one yesterday or today, please, at the end of the comments, do say, yeah, we really like this panel, we would like to see it next year, because obviously your opinions mean a lot more than ours. We can't just say, yeah, we were great and we want to come back next year, because that doesn't sound very good. So that's completely up to you guys if you did like it and would like to do it again. And yeah, we can change up the developers, because working with new ones all the time, and who knows, always very different stuff. Any other questions?
Ooh, we'll have to do one more because I think we're going to get the wrap up soon. Yeah, I think
My
we're
phone's
gonna
over there. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so how do you maintain your voices so that they'll always fit for work?
Okay.
A, learning to breathe through your diaphragm is number one. No singing loudly in the car. We'll do that. We'll try to minimize that. I drink tea most of the time, minimize the amount of milk because it just creates phlegm buildup.
Chamomile.
Chamomile tea is wonderful, green tea, peppermint.
Yeah.
If you can afford it and you feel like you're having nasal issues, go and see an ENT. Specialists are always very good because they can identify problems that you may not realize. But that's an expensive route.
Yeah.
Other than
That's
that,
really good advice, actually, because when you are recording day in and day out, you do pick up on little things that not necessarily everybody else would think. I know when I say words like think and bang, I can hear that there's like a small blockage up here. And it's really silly, but it's only something you can hear and you're like, I think I just saw you doing it just then. You're like, do I do it? But yeah, so that's really, really good advice. I wouldn't have thought to mention that. Also make sure that you're appropriately warming up. Who asked the question? Yeah, make sure you're appropriately warming up as well. They recommend between 5 and 10 minutes. They're doing scales, doing lip trills, doing the gum walk, which is just those sorts of things. So about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, and just be really cautious that not all of your sound is coming from here, particularly for a lot of those really raspy rolls. Yeah, it gets a little bit tricky. Are we at time? Are we 10 minutes?
how we got for time?
That's a long.
You got 5
We
minutes.
have 5 minutes.
Oh,
I
okay.
do think we do need to wrap up because we need to pack up for the next panel.
Yeah.
But Amy and I are going to be sticking around outside afterwards, so if you do feel like you want to just prod us for more questions, we are more than happy to answer them.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. This is so much fun.